Hey, so let's take a look at how you can create the instance of MariaDB database on GCP cloud. So I created one of the free trial account on GCP, and I also set up the project and set up the billing. If you have free days left for your credit to finish, you can also create this VM. Now in my case, I will just get to my dashboard, and then I will be going to top navigation, then compute engine, and then VM instances. Now here you see you will have something to explore to in compute engine, where you can create new instance. Also you can check marketplace. So if you click on this create instance, you will have multiple ways to set up that VM. You can start from scratch, then let your Linux set up, then you run the apt install commands to set up the MariaDB, or you can pick the existing image or even use existing templates. In my case, I will just use marketplace image to set up one click deploy of MariaDB. Now when I click on marketplace, it will open drawer like this. I will click on free within the price option, so it will filter the free options. Then I will type MariaDB. If you are going to try other databases, there is PostgreSQL and MySQL as well. So in this case, just go with MariaDB for now, right? I will cover other databases separately so that you won't be derailed from this particular instance. Now you see multiple option for you to install your MariaDB setup. You have DevNami, also you have your Google click to deploy option, right? So you can pick what works for you. So I will pick this particular MariaDB cluster option. So it will have support for application as well, and it has specific price, right? So it says 3 instances. We can reduce that to 1 or 2. So let's see how that goes. So click launch. So the background configuration page will update. Then again click launch. Then let's go here to see if we are ready. So it will check for APIs, and within the deployment page you will find deployment name, then zone, then there is database name. So I will replace this with some database name MariaDB. You can also set up root from anywhere. So root from anywhere selected. I can choose the instance between 1 to 10. I can choose 1, reduce my price, right? Now in case of machines, you will notice that we have a 2 series of machines for general purpose. So if I pick the machine type from there, I can choose small, medium, and standard or high memory, right? So if I choose the medium, 1 CPU, 4 GB memory, then that option is there as well. So apart from that, I can also choose 20 GB of disk space. Then I will choose certain firewall rules to accept the traffic from 3306.22 and ICMP traffic, right? So these are network options. If you want to set them up, you can do so. You can also set the range by clicking here, but I won't be tampering with it. So we have like port 3306, port 22, and ICMP traffic from the internet to access. There is also stack driver, so monitoring and management for service, container application, and infrastructure is possible that way. I can enable stack driver logging and monitoring available as well, right? So now the thing is, I can go ahead, set everything up with deploy option. Right now the cost is reduced. Another thing, we are on Debian 11.6 OS and MariaDB is 10. In near future this could change in case of OS version and software, right? You could be on Debian 19 or 20 in near future if you are seeing this, or alternatively there will be MariaDB's total overall, and this installer could also change based on how we select things, right? So first thing we will do is we will deploy this instance, then we will take a look at variety of configurations and options that we can explore, right? So here you can see deployment manager, where you can deploy your script and can also take a look at the things available to you. Here you have root username and you have password as well. So once we have everything deployed and set up, we will be connecting to MariaDB through, let's say, gcloud, or I can also use the terminal from SSH, right? So this is a SSH access will let me use that terminal for the Debian OS that comes bundled with this VM. Now as you can see, a lot of options are being deployed. We just have password and firewall left to configure. Now once deployed, I will also go to my virtual machine instance. So for that I will try and go through dashboard, then navigation here, right? And then here we will be taking a look at compute engine and then VM instances. Now here specifically we can check for ephemeral IP address, so that I can show you that I can connect through something like table plus as well. So I will select this instance, right, and I need that external IP, right? So let's scroll, and here you have your external IP address. I will copy this, right, and then let me go to my desktop, checking things for table plus, click open, and let's take a look at our table plus here. Click new, then choose variety of options like MariaDB, right? So here I'll be using the IP address host. Let's name this MariaDB, right? Then user, we have root, but I need to get the password from this particular page, right? And I will try to copy only this part, and here we will paste this. Once we do that, I can also pick the database name, but I will just test the database connection first. If it says okay, that means we have everything properly set up. I can go ahead and log into table plus, and we can do the operation required, right? So it is now connected. Once connected, you can see that connection here, right? Now next thing, you can set up the database. So I pick the MyDB as my database. I will open, and once open it will be visible here, right? So I will try and import some CSV file to get my data over there. So in files, CSV, and then peoples.csv, we have this particular table, which should create a new table, right? Select the table, create new, and let's see what it will be named. 543b, right? Create new table, right? Now let's try and click import. So it will import the CSV. Okay, now let's try and refresh this. So F5 I can use. Okay, so here you see the table being shown, right? So we managed to input some data into that MyDB database as well. The table name is people. If I want to check the SQL editor, I can use a query called select everything from people, use semicolon, click run current. We will have our table ready. Now everything is available for us through table plus. So we made the connection. If I want to, I can also access this MariaDB cluster and connect through SSH, then use your typical shell to access MariaDB. That is also possible. So it's up to you how you choose to interact with this database instance created with Compute Engine.